up? This is Sid here and welcome back to another video. Basically, if you saw my video from last week or a few days ago, you would know that I drew lots of super monster characters in my cute cartoony art style. I drew a vampire named Drac, a werewolf named Lobo, a Frankenstein named Frankie, pretty good name right there, and a little dragon named Spike. But today I'm going to be drawing the other 4 characters from Super Monsters, who are all of the female characters, in honor of the Halloween season, which is fast approaching upon us. So, if that sounds fun and interesting to you, then please stay tuned and stick around. And without further ado, let's get started, shall we? So basically, the first character that we have up here on screen right now is Katya. And Katya is a little witch girl. I actually drew her last out of all these characters. I don't know why. Sometimes it just depends. Usually I put the drawings in the order that I drew them in, but I want to talk about Katya first because some of the other characters come later, you know? Like they're added in a few episodes deep. So she's one of the original ones that is there from the beginning, so I thought it'd be better to talk about her first, you know? So yeah, but since I did draw her after some of the other characters, I did use some of their other pieces to make her, because she is in the same pose as Vida, so I did use Vida's dress to make her dress, because they do have basically the same dress, just different patterns and stuff. But as I said earlier, Katya is a little witch. It was crazy because I haven't seen this show in 5 years or some crazy amount of time. I used to watch it when I was little, but not anymore. But I do like watching kids shows just because lots of people my age watch this terrible, psychopathic, horrifying stuff, but I just like these super duper sweet, cutesy, and wholesome things, you know? So yeah, but I could have sworn that Katya's name was actually Claudia. I was so sure and so confident that was her name, but apparently not, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, in terms of personality, she's very, very impulsive, but also very kind-hearted. She's very, very nice and sweet, and she loves to help others out. She likes to do spells and stuff for them to make their life easier and all of that great stuff, but a lot of the time her spells don't actually go according to plan, and she ends up screwing things up somehow. But she always has support from her friends when her spells don't go her way, and using the power of teamwork, they always figure out how to solve the problem without using magic, because the only magic we need in our lives is each other. Isn't that right, kids? Yeah. So cheesy, but true at the same time, you know? As long as you have a good set of friends by your side, then you can do pretty much anything, you know? I find that especially true on this YouTube channel. I have had so many kind and sweet supporters throughout the years who always just encourage me and uplift me and supports me on my journey, and I am so, so grateful and thankful for that. And yeah, but I've always loved Katya's character design. She honestly has one of my favorite character designs out of any of the characters because she has green skin, which I mean, I know witches do have green skin. I don't know why I had thought it was weird because I know Elphaba, you know, the Wicked Witch of the West has green skin, but all the witches from Hocus Pocus, you know, they all have naturally colored skin, and then witches from other movies, the witches where they all have their feet cut off and stuff, they all have normal colored skin, but her skin is more of a cyan color, so it's more a teal or a turquoise, but I thought it was pretty cool. I also love how her hair is blonde, but then also has streaks of pink throughout. I think it's really, really nice. And she has these beautiful blue eyes. So yeah, I love her long flowing locks. And her little outfit in general is just really, really cute. She has a really nice blue dress with lots of stars and stuff and purplish pink accents, and also a big floppy hat with a moon on top. So I think it's just so, so adorable. I love her character design so much, which is why it's kind of sad. I feel like my drawing of her actually looks the worst out of any of the drawings in this video. I think my drawings of Cleo and Zoe and Vida look a lot better, but but yeah. We're gonna start off with the worst drawing and then progressively get to the better drawings as we go on. The next character we have right here is Cleo, and Cleo is actually based on Cleopatra from ancient Egypt, so she isn't really a monster. It's kind of sad to call an actual person who existed in real life in history a monster, but oh well, I guess the executives on Netflix team did not think about that one. I think she really is just supposed to be like a mummy, you know, sort of like the mummy from Hotel Transylvania. She does have like her mummy wrap and band-aids all over, sort of like she was in the mummification process when she was awoken from her tomb or whatever. And she does have this really cool like ancient Egyptian cape and collar and skirts and all that great stuff. Also a really cool crown. In some of the episodes she has like a full head covering, which I didn't decide to draw because I like her hair a lot and I think her hair is really cute, so I wanted to show all of her hair and all that great stuff. But she does have nice colors, you know, like this light pink peachy color and this beautiful blue along with all the gold accents and all that great stuff. She is just such a slay girl boss character, you know? I like her a lot. She's very, very sweet and polite. She has pretty good manners, but she can also be a bit bossy and really likes to boss other people around, which, I mean, I can sort of relate to be honest. She's definitely like a team leader and she loves to plan things out and have things all organized and all that great stuff. So yeah, as I said earlier, Cleo is probably my favorite female character. I do like her very, very much. Obviously not as much as Drac, who I said in the last video was my favorite character of all of them, but I think she comes in like a close second or a third, you know? She is such a vibe and I absolutely adore it, you know? So yeah, had to draw her warm cheeks and give her some nice blue eyeshadow and all that great stuff. Make her gemstones on her different jewelry pieces look really, really lively and sparkly and shiny and all that great stuff, just like her beautiful brown eyes. Not much to say about Cleo though, to be honest. Let's move on to the next character, who is Zoe. And Zoe is a little zombie. I have never really seen or consumed much zombie media. I know it's really popular with like end of the world and apocalypse and all that great stuff, sort of more on the sci-fi side of things, but I personally have never really seen that. I know a lot of the zombies are like Walking Dead and all that great stuff, and there's also the zombies movies from Disney, which I think are pretty good. I like those a lot. I like the older ones more than the newer ones because, as with most other pieces of media, it does tend to get worse as it goes on, you know, like, do we really need a Toy Story 5 and 6, or can we just settle with Toy Story 1 and 2? I don't really know. They're really just farming for more money and trying to milk the franchises as much as possible, but it's one of the reasons why I think Netflix shows like Super Monsters are really good, because you can produce a lot of content, but it's still like consumable and sort of manageable, you know, and you're not really trying to milk anything because you're not really getting as much money off of it as you were if you did like a theatrical release or something, you know? So yeah. But Zoe has a really, really cool design. She has darker blue skin than Katya does. She has more of like a ocean blue skin tone, and she has very, very colorful hair, sort of like in pigtails or braids, and she has lots of gold pieces in her hair, which are really, really nice. She has bright green eyes, a very cutesy expression, and a very cool dress. She has sort of like a torn sleeve, and her dress is yellow, sort of like an orangish yellow with purple accents and lots of bright splotches of color all over. Like she was painting something and just got lots of paint drips all over her dress. And yeah, so she has like red splotches, green splotches, blue splotches, purple splotches, all of that great stuff. And she also has some pink and orange jewelry. And yeah, but I just think she looks so, so adorable, especially in this picture. I think she's one of the cutest ones I've drawn so far because her eyes are just so big and her head is just so big, and it's just so, so adorable, guys. Like, I love it so much. But Zoe herself is just a very, very endearing character. She's super duper kind and sweet and also very artistic and creative. She's very, very helpful and she comes up with clever solutions to problems and all of that great stuff. In addition to painting, she also plays the kazoo, so she has some like musical talent as well. She's just a very, very gifted young child, and I think it's very cool how she has all these talents and hobbies and all of that great stuff. to give her character more flavor and personality. And yeah, she is a new student, so she does appear later on in the show, but she is a fan favorite despite appearing a little bit later, because I asked multiple people, I'm like, who's your favorite character from Super Monsters? And they all say one of their favorites was Zoe. Probably because the people that I asked were fellow artists, and artists tend to have a liking towards other artist characters, but I think she is very, very cute, and she is one of my favorite characters as well. I have a soft spot for her. And yeah, I don't know who couldn't love her. She's just so adorable, you know? What's not to love? The last character that we have for today, and I'm sorry I'm sort of blazing through these characters as opposed to my other characters that I drew in the last video. I guess I just have a lot less to say about these ones, but oh well. Let me know down below, do you like the longer videos or do you like the shorter videos? Because sometimes my videos can be like 5 minutes long, and then other times my videos can be like 25 minutes long. So I like to know, like, what's your favorite range of time for the videos? And that would probably be really helpful when I'm trying to think of like what to talk about for each of my drawings. But the last character that we have right here is Vida, and I knew Vida was related to Lobo in some sort of way. I didn't know how. Looking it up right here on Google, I think she is Lobo's cousin on her dad's side. I'm like, how are these two even related? They look so different, bro. Like, what the heck? Because Lobo is like a werewolf, obviously, and Vida is a sugar skull monster, question mark? I didn't even really know like what this was, to be honest, but I think she's related to like Day of the Dead, Dia de los Muertos, you know, in sort of like Spanish-speaking countries and all that great stuff, sort of like from the Disney movie Coco, you know, where he like goes into the afterlife to try to get his grandfather's blessing and all that great stuff. But I really thought Coco was a great movie. It was very cultural and enlightening, but I think Vida is a really cute character. She has a very interesting design. She has very like light purple lavenderish colored skin, and she has lots of like facial tattoos and like markings and all that great stuff, like a little black nose and bushy eyebrows, a like flower pattern on top of her forehead. She also has like skeleton arms and legs, long beautiful purple hair with braids coming out at the top, and lots of marigold flowers all over her hair as well. She has a really cute outfit, sort of similar in terms of style to the dress that Katya wears, as I said earlier, but hers is like a purple dress with orange accents, and it has lots of flowers up top. I looked it up. Apparently Vida has control over plants and stuff, and she can help plants grow, which is a very cool little power. I always think it's very interesting. But she's a very shy and timid, but also very caring young character. She's very emotionally mature, and she learns how to be honest about her feelings as the show progresses, learning to gain more confidence and be more playful with the other characters. So I think it's a very cute and satisfying little character arc and transformation that she goes over the course of the story. And yeah, but Vida is very cute and sweet. Those are all of the characters that I have for today though, and that makes all of the Super Monster characters, all 8 of them. But I'm looking at some of the stuff on here online right now, and it looks like they have a new set of Super Monsters. They have like a little lamb character, a little zombie guy who I'm only assuming it could be Zoe's brother, not entirely sure, but that's what I would assume. A little girl with red hair, and then like a little gargoyle guy, I think. So I might have to take a look at some of those monsters and maybe watch the show a tiny bit more and see if I can draw some of those. If that's something that you're interested in, please let me know in the comments down below, and I'll be sure to check it out. And yeah, but please let me know in the comments down below which of these characters that I drew is your favorite and which drawing is your favorite. I think out of all of my drawings, my favorite drawings are the drawings of Drac and of Zoe, but in terms of characters, I would rank them from favorite character to least favorite character. Probably Drac as my favorite, obviously, Lobo as my second favorite, Cleo as my third favorite, Zoe as my fourth favorite, Spike as my fifth favorite, Katya as my sixth favorite, Vida as my 7th favorite, and Frankie as my 8th favorite. As I said in the other video, I don't really dislike Vida or Frankie, it's just that I don't know them as well as the other characters, so my opinion on them is a lot less strong, you know? So yeah, but I open you up to debate and discussion in the comments down below if you want to talk about your favorite characters and all that great stuff. And yeah, but anyways, I hope that you guys all enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, please make sure to like and subscribe, because it always helps me out so much when you do, and I really appreciate it. It helps you to stay tuned and get notified every single time that I post a new video, so you will never miss out on a single new upload. I, unlike most other YouTubers, upload videos very frequently. I upload a long form video every single week, and I upload a new short form video every single day, so no matter what, I can almost guarantee that you will all have something fun and interesting to watch, and you will never be bored. But yeah, if you don't believe me, just go check out my channel homepage. I have over 1.5k videos, and I'm not planning to stop anytime soon. If you want to go subscribe to me on some of my other social media accounts, I have my Instagram, Pinterest, Roblox, Artfight, and Unveil, all linked in the description box down below. I have a lot of list followers on there, so each and every one of y'all would mean so much to me. Thank you so much to this artist up here on screen right now for drawing me fan art. It always means so much to me when y'all guys draw art for me, and I really appreciate it. But yeah, anyways, I hope y'all guys all have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you all in the next video. Always remember that I love you, and goodbye, eat some more waffles, and peace out, Girl Scouts. Happy Halloween!